I am exhausted today, very exhausted, and I don't really have a reason to be exhausted per se. It's part of the fibromyalgia that I have, I think. Yeah, I still don't know. There are symptoms that people with chronic illness share. That tiredness that just seems kind of out of proportion for what you've been doing. I wanted to talk about that because I was I need to do stuff, wanting to do stuff around the house, personal business, and also this stuff, and I have to stop. The dilemma I had today was, well, do I go back to bed or do I have some more caffeine and try to make it through the day? Usually if I push myself, I'm gonna have brain fog, I'm gonna start to forget things. I don't always get things done, even if I push myself to do it. It's just, I have to stop constantly, or like doing the bed. I'm washing my kids' bed sheets. I'm probably gonna wash them today, and I'm not gonna put them on the beds until tomorrow. And hopefully I have enough energy to do that tomorrow. That's kind of the mystery of where this comes from for a lot of us. We can have good days, and maybe 2 good days or 3 good days, and then all of a sudden that's it for the week. I want to say I'm not going to be consistent with the videos. I'm not going to be consistent with my writing. I have had to go with the flow. I have, when I have energy, then okay, I'll deal with it. If I don't have energy, it's going to be delayed another day, maybe 2 or 3. And that's why it took me, even though I had all those poems written down for the second book, I didn't get around to it until just a couple of months ago. And for me to go through it again, and I'm trying to edit, and I'm trying to add in everything and work on the cover, it has been a long time coming. And it's just going to be like that. I am going to always be late, but hopefully I will be late to my funeral too. I recently discovered what spoonies meant. I had heard the term, in the last few years or so, but I did not know exactly where it came from and what it meant until earlier this year, maybe a couple of months ago. And there was pictures on Instagram that showed you what it was, and other graphics. And that's exactly how I've been feeling, is I only have a certain amount of energy to do whatever today. Am I going to use 1 spoon or 5 spoons? It may have been that I did too much yesterday. I didn't think I did. It's hard to predict, but once we're in that spot where we're tired, it's all stop. I fight that. I know that we all do, because there are some things that we just need to do. It was eye-opening to see the definition of spoonies, because that's what I have been doing. Now I know that I can't push myself to be like everybody else. I can't. I don't like the way the house is right now. There's stuff on the floor, and I'm thinking I will sweep it up. I will sweep it up. It's real easy. It's 2 minutes. You take 10 seconds to pick up that piece of paper, the receipt that fell on the floor. I don't want to spend 2 seconds bending down. I'm exhausted. I feel like, I wake up and I feel like my weight's doubled. And it's really hard to describe, but it really feels like the gravity kicked in. I must be on a different planet, because I'm not like everybody else. I don't have the energy. So sitting here talking to you guys, it might seem easy. Sitting down and talking to you is simple, but then I still have to have the mental energy to keep track on what it is I'm going to say and tell you and explain. And then I have to edit and probably look for some graphics that I wanted to show you about all these things. And it's a lot of mental effort, and I'm going to start to slow down, especially if I'm already slowing down from the get-go this morning. I guess you could say I've only been able to do a couple of spoonfuls today. As much as I like to write, as much as I like to do these videos and talk to people and make things, and as much as I like to have a clean house, I can't. It's not going to happen. So if you have chronic illness, if you have fibromyalgia, if you have anxiety, if you have depression, even if you have bipolar, if you have psychosis, if you have cancer, let's see, what else do I know about? Strokes. There's just so many things that I've seen my elders have, and that I have gone through myself, and that I have read about, and it's just, we're all in this together. We're all, limping through the day, trying to get things done as if we were 21 again. And it's not happening. If you have these things, the anxiety, the chronic illness, maybe the unexplained illnesses, mood swings, anxiety, PTSD, all those things, yeah, I understand. I completely understand. I'm very sympathetic towards that, and that's why I some of my poems are uplifting. It's fly with it, because I've had to do that. I've had bad days, but then all of a sudden I feel good. I'm going to fly with it. I'm going to see what I can do, see how far I can go. And, I know that the depression, the anxiety, the pain is going to come back again. But then so will the energy, so will whatever positive things I need. It will come again. As long as we keep trying to go forward, there's nothing we can do about yesterday. If yesterday was bad, well, you got through it, didn't you? It's like my bad period back in 2002 to 2007. I'd say that was like the meat of it right there. It's just the lowest I've ever been, as far as moods, financially, everything. And I've gotten through it. There's a line that I have in one of my very old blogs. Survive today so you can thrive tomorrow. And it's not so much that you thrive, you're 100% back, but that you get to do some of the things you need to do, some of the things you want to do, and you get to do it. You get to thrive a little bit. It's not, I have not been 100% back to normal, but I'm pretty close to it. Mentally, definitely, I'm getting up there. If only I could remember to go get the laundry. I need to go get the sheets. I don't have any cats to show you today. They're all napping. There's Rito, Lenny, and I think Mitchell's back there. The girls are sleeping inside where the air conditioner is. Me, I'm over here sweating a little bit. So I will sign off. Like, subscribe, share, comment, or go do something fun, or go do something that you'd like to do.